guys, Josh Almighty guys, back with a brand new video and a different Reacts video. This is not YouTubers, lads, or anything to do with gaming and YouTubers. This is top 10 most expensive houses in London. So yeah, I don't live in London, but I live a few hours away. I live in England. So if I ever think, I want to live in London, some ideas here, but let's be honest, I'm never going to be rich enough to buy a gaff in London. So let's get into it, see what we're roaming about with in London though. Let's get into it.
London is not only home to famous landmarks like the Big Ben and the London Eye, but it is also home to some of the world's most luxurious and expensive houses. According to research, there are 12,000 streets in the United Kingdom where the average price of houses exceeds 1 million, but 60% of these owners live in the capital. That's why today we're taking a look at some of the most expensive homes in London. Are you ready to explore some of the most luxurious homes in the UK's capital? Number 10, Ashburg House, £28 million. Ashburg House is a striking home in the heart of Chelsea that spans nearly 9,000 square feet spread across 5 floors. Inside its 4 walls, you can find 5 bedrooms, an open-plan living area, kitchen, formal dining room, private cinema room, a spa area, and a steam room, amongst many other things. But it's not what the home entails that makes it so stunning, but rather its aesthetic. This unique property was designed by leading design studio Morpheus that used the famous Ashburg diamond as inspiration. The Ashburg diamond is a beautiful, amber-colored, cushion antique diamond that was once included in the Russian crown jewels, and its beauty can be seen represented in the house's design that includes a plethora of glass, black bath salt, and bronze details. Every single inch of the house adds to its brilliance, and the designers made sure that every component fits in with the overall design scheme. Even the furniture was custom-made to sit seamlessly within its surroundings. This modern-day architectural gem is not just opulent, but can even be considered a piece of art. That's why to purchase this home, it will cost you £28 million. Yes, you will need deep pockets to be able to call the Ashburg House your home, but not nearly as deep if you wanted to purchase the most expensive property on our list today. This property you will have to see to believe, so keep watching. Number 9, 73 Chester Square, £30 million. 73 Chester Square in London's Belgravia is a 6-story Georgian mansion that houses 6 bedrooms, a drawing room, roof terrace, gym, and even a bar area with a 500-bottle temperature-controlled.
A burr, right? Let me put this fact out there. A burr these days, everybody has one. Like a lot of I'm not saying everyone, of course, but most people have burrs these days. It's becoming a more common thing. Like, if you speak to somebody these days, like, they'll say, yeah, I have a burr. I have, like, a small burr in my house. Like, a lot of people have burrs these days. It's becoming less of a common thing. A more common thing, sorry. So, most people have burrs these days. It's nothing new. It's nothing, like, rare. So, a burr is, like, a normal thing these days.
Wine cellar. It is a beautiful property that screams class and luxury. And if you want to get your hands on it, you will have to fork out quite a few millions. £30 million to be exact. What makes this home more special than any other, however, is its former resident. One look at the steel-lined, bomb-proof front door might give you a small hint about who the resident was. This mansion used to be the home of none other than the former British Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher. Yes, Thatcher lived in the home after her tenure as Prime Minister from 1991 until she passed away in 2013. The property has since been refurbished by its current owner, the luxury developer Leichenfield. Thankfully, they decided to retain features from Baroness Thatcher's time in the home, such as the inlaid 73 plaque in the doorstep that she installed back in 1991. It's a beautifully designed home with historical ties. No wonder it has such an eye-watering price tag. Number 8, Heathfield Park, Highgate, £40 million. Highgate is not only one of the most expensive properties in London, but also one of the most expensive detached houses on the open market in the entire UK. This private Hollywood-style mansion offers 10 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, a swimming pool, a glass lift, a tennis court, gym, a roof terrace with views over the gardens and nearby Hampstead Heath. It is a truly glorious 18,300 square foot property set in 2 acres of land, and much like Rome, it definitely wasn't built in a day. In fact, it is believed to have taken its owner, an Eastern European tycoon, more than 10 years to build. Back when it was first built, it cost the owner reportedly around £32 million. But the value of the home has since grown, and these days it will set you back a hefty £40 million. Now, £40 million might sound like a lot, but it's nothing compared to the price of Whittenhurst, another property in the same suburb. But we'll get to Whittenhurst a bit later, so if you want to hear more about it, stay tuned. Number 7. Mayfair Mansion, £40 million. The Mayfair Mansion is perfectly situated. It is close to Regent's Park and Primrose Hill. Not to mention, it's a short drive away from the West End as well. However, it's not just the location that makes it so sought after, but rather what is contained within its 4 walls. The property comes complete with 7 bedrooms, a games room, a private cinema, and a gym, all spread across 4 floors of luxury. It's the epitome of style.
Do you need 4 floors? Really? Like, seriously? Do you need 4 floors? Like, imagine, like, you have this gaff, you have 4 floors, you have, like, a child or 2 on each floor. Imagine, like, obviously you're not going to have 8 kids, say you have, like, 3 or 4 kids on each floor. Imagine a washing basket on each floor, like, you're walking down picking each bloody basket up, like, imagine all this rubbish, like, you'd have to have burr cleaners to do this as well, like, you wouldn't have no one cleaning this gaff, like, imagine just people everywhere, stuff everywhere, oof, nice. This is where I said this right, I would not like a house massive. I want a nice house, but not massive, which is too big. You just need a house at reasonable size.
And class, and you only need to spend about 5 minutes in the home to understand why exactly it comes with a sturdy price of £40 million. It's a lot to spend on a home, but if you've got that much money lying around and you want to live like contemporary royalty, then Mayfair Mansion is a good investment. Number 6. 72 Vincent Square, £44.6 million. 72 Vincent Square in the city of Westminster is a beautiful detached home located a stone's throw from one of the most prominent residences in the whole of London, if not the UK, Buckingham Palace. It is also right around the corner from the Big Ben and walking distance to many local amenities, including St. James Park. With a location like that, it's easy to see why the home sold for just over £44.6 million back in 2018. Sadly, what exactly the home offers remains a mystery to everyone except the owner. What we do know, however, is that the home had a unique makeover since it was sold for the first time back in 2002. Back then, the property was sold for £8.3 million, which is impressive, but not nearly as jaw-dropping as the price it went for in 2018. Either way, judging by its location and price, this home has to be something to behold, and one can only imagine what beautiful rooms and interiors hide behind its walls. Number 5. Franchuk Villa, £80 million. If you're looking for a lavish home filled with royal rooms, a lush interior, and amazing architecture, then Franchuk Villa is the place for you. The property got its name from its previous owner, Elena Franchuk, who is the daughter of a former Ukrainian president. Franchuk bought the property for a shocking £80 million, but eventually sold it to its current owner, Mike Spink. The villa was already incredibly luxurious when Spink got his hands on it, but he decided to invest even more money to refurbish it and add facilities such as an underground swimming pool to take it to the next level of opulence. So, what else does this mansion have to offer? Well, apart from 10 wonderful bedrooms, this home also includes a movie room, a world-class gym, a sauna, and even a panic room. This home has a total of 6 floors and 21,000 square feet of living space. Needless to say, if there's one thing you...
No, I'm sorry, I'm saying this right now. If you have a panic room in your house, you are hiding your past, lad. You're hiding something. You are some dodgy Donny guy, lad. If you have a panic room, you have got some dodgy stuff behind the scenes. I can guarantee it. No one has a panic room, lad. No one has a panic room unless you are some dodgy Donny, lad, and you know you have watch your back constantly. You have got to have a panic room. You are dodgy. I'm saying that right now. My guy, you are dodgy.
Won't run out of in this home. It is space and luxury, of course. Number 4, Wittenhurst, £95 million. The Wittenhurst Mansion is a mammoth property that contains 65 rooms spread across 3 floors, including 25 bedrooms, a ballroom, gallery hallway, and a billiard room, amongst others. It is located in Highgate, northwest London, and was originally built between 1913 and 1920 for soap magnate Sir Arthur Crossfield. While Crossfield might have been the property's first resident, he surely wasn't its last. It has had several prominent owners, including Russian billionaire Andrei Guryev and Yelena Baturina, the widow of former mayor of Moscow, Yuri Luzakov. She bought the mansion back in 2009 for £50 million, but spent a further £45 million to renovate the estate, pushing its value up to an impressive £95 million. What makes this property even more interesting is the fact that it's not only beautiful and incredibly expensive, but has been used as a filming location for various films and television shows. Some of the most known projects filmed at the estate include The Lost Prince, Tipping the Velvet, and Fame Academy. It is a glorious home with an interesting story to tell. No wonder you have to pay a fortune to get your hands on it. Number 3, Toprak Mansion, £105 million. The 12-bedroom Toprak Mansion is located on Bishops Avenue in one of the most elite areas of North London. It was first built and owned by Turkish industrialist and banker Halis Toprak, but eventually it was sold to billionaire Uriah Pirama. Pirama took the luxurious property and made it even more lavish by spending a solid £30 million in renovations, including the installation of a retractable helipad. So, what exactly can you find inside the walls of this amazing mansion? 28,000 square feet of luxury, along with a salon, dining room that is big enough for 40 people, a glass lift, and a Turkish bath. Not to mention, it comes complete with a garage big enough to fit 28 cars. Now, while Pirama spent at least $80 million on the home, she would still make a profit should she decide to sell it, considering the home is currently valued at a whopping £105 million. It's a big price for a big mansion. Number 2. 18 to 19 Kensington Palace Garden, £149 million. Kensington Palace Garden is known as Billionaires Row for good reason. It is home to some of the most expensive properties in the entire world. If you want to move into this renowned West London street, then you have to be willing to dig deep into your wallet. The average price of a home in so-called Billionaires Row is around £18.2 million, but 18 to 19 is in a league of its own, with the property being valued at £149 million. 18 and 19 were originally used to house the Egyptian and Russian embassies, but in the late 1990s, they were merged to create a private residence, which was bought by Lakshmi Mittal, the world's 4th richest man according to Forbes. Back in 2004, Mittal bought the property for £57 million, nearly a third of what it is valued at now. Who would have thought buying a home for £57 million would be considered a steal?
For the amount of money it is, right, it doesn't look that big, which, in my opinion, right, I'd be happy with that. Like, that bedroom, would be happy with that. Like, fine. Because if you think about it, right, if you're somebody who's working constantly, who's never really at home, just goes home to sleep and eat, do you need a house that big, really? You could just buy a cheap apartment, like, that's nice and kind of private, but you don't need to spend $149 million on a house, like, if you're never there. It's, realistically, like, if you're rich, you're only buying it for the looks and the way people look at you, obviously. Because if you're rich, like, and you're never at home, you don't need to spend $149 million on a house. Like, it's not needed. But I'm guessing, right, some of these houses, people are just like, yeah, we'll get them. We'll throw a few parties. We'll sell it. Simple. Guarantee it, lad.
Number 1. 1 Hyde Park, £160 million. 1 Hyde Park is a residential and retail complex situated in Knightsbridge, London. It is owned by a joint venture between British billionaire Christian Candy and former Prime Minister of Qatar, Sheikh Hamad bin Jassim bin Jabir Al Thani. It is easily one of the most expensive residences in the world. In fact, in 2018, a flat in the complex sold for an astounding price of £160 million. As you can imagine, a price like that comes with a lot of exclusive benefits. Residents of 1 Hyde Park have complete access to a 24/7 concierge, a cinema, spa, fully equipped gym, and even a virtual experience room. It is a property that most people can only dream of owning, but if you are one of the lucky few who have millions lying around and you want to live the lifestyle of the rich and famous in one of London's most exclusive complexes, then this place is for you. Which one of these lavish houses do you wish you could call home? Tell us in the comments section below, and like this video if you enjoyed.
Yeah, Lux Life. That's the video I took it off, of course. Honestly, right, them houses are nice, but I don't think they're necessary. Like, something about that 5-6 building floors, like, is it really necessary? Honestly, if I was rich, I'd still have Mackies nearly every day. I'd still have, like, a small apartment, medium apartment, because, in my opinion, right, it'd be nice to have. It just doesn't seem worth it, like, realistically. Like, I don't want to be spending 150-60 million on a house that I'm never going to be in, or I'm in for just, I use for one room. So, like, my games room, that's all I would use it for. Bedroom, kitchen for about 5 minutes, toilet, shower, bed, that's it, games room. 4 rooms, like, I don't go anywhere else in my house. So, in my opinion, it's not worth it. But, guys, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, post, notifications on. So, peace out, guys.